I don't see nothing. I'm just like looking around to see if I can spot a person. Like, I'm playing Where's Waldo? Or Where's Wally? Oh, there we... God, she was there. Oh, he was there. It's a dude. Oh, it's a woman. Never mind. The character model looked like a dude. That is my excuse. This woman has a yellow cast on her skin and severe features. Tattoos cover her body, and she wears a long blade at her side. Her eyes are like two small black pearls. As you approach her, they follow Dakon's movements. Before you reach her, Dakon breaks in. I would have you hear me. What is it, Dakon? It is my will that we not speak to this woman. Why not? She is a Zerth. Our wills are crossed blades. We have no common ground. Oh god, your wish has been noted, but we'll speak to her anyway. Why do you insult the unbroken circle of Zerthamon by continuing to wear it against your heart? You are not numbered among the people betrayer of Shraklaw. The Anarchs and the Zerths have spoken, and their words shall be obeyed. You are not to speak your mind to me or to any Zerth. Will you hear this human when he speaks? His words carry the weight of yours and have the shape of Limbo's form. I will not hear you, Dakon. He travels with me, Kina, disciple of Zerthamon. He comes to you to hear the words of Zerthamon, which you, as a Zerth, must impart. Will you hear him? The words of Zerthamon are not for the ears of a human to be heard. Their minds are not as one, and they bring division wherever they travel. This one wears a shirt of scars and blood, and he travels with the traitor. Vilkar's heart beats within your chest if you ask if I will hear him. Will you close your mind to his words? Know your words before you speak your mind, Kina, Zerth of Zerthamon. I will not hear him, he will hear me. That is sufficient. Dakon turns to you and speaks in your language. She will teach you. Oh my goodness. Oh, she can teach me the way of Zerthamon. Woo, fancy. The Gith woman turns to you, her black pearl eyes glint dangerously. You are not known to me, but your trappings speak ill of you, human. Your body is a book written in scars and blood, and you walk in the shadow of a pariah that claims to speak for Zerthamon himself. Speak your mind. Sort of a pariah. A group of Githyanki are planning to a raid on the fortress, Vristagor, within the 7 day. They are on their way there even now. No, you have my gratitude. You and this Zerth. No, this shall not be forgotten. She turns to Dakon. Know that this will not atone for the fall of Shraklaw. The Anarch's verdict still stands. Farewell. There we go. Getting stronger. Perfect. What did he level up with? Fighting skills. And his weapon changed. Wait, what? Hold the phone. His weapon changed? I mean, it's still that green blade, so no, it hasn't. Unless it means like his weapon's been upgraded. Oh yeah, it's blue. Streaming blade. 3 to 12 damage. Not too shabby. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, what does that say? Doubles all first level magic spells. Memorize 1 additional second level magic spell. What? Mage spellbook. Holy crap. Well. I love Reign of Anger. What can I say? I also love Swan Curse. Oh man. We do have one. Remove Curse. Can't believe that's a level 4 spell. Holy shit, level 9 is the highest? That would be something that would literally destroy the earth. That's how powerful the spell would be. You know, I mean, it just sounds like it. That wasn't too bad then. That took a lot longer than it should have because I kept fucking up. I should have assumed that I shouldn't have had Dakon with me. Oh well. Duran. Right, so who can I speak with? There's Duran, male slave, Trist. So there's 2 named people. And then just a bunch of Harmonian officers. 75! I'll take the fat one. Goodness. I need to take my gloves off, my hands are becoming a bit clammy. Alright. So you see a young woman who is trying to get your attention. She is wearing shoddy clothes, but her demeanour is one of elegance, unlike that of the people who surround her. Upon closer inspection, you notice that her skin is clean and smooth, lacking the yellow tint of the inhabitants of this ward. She notices your approach and smiles at you. Greetings. I thank the powers... Oh, pardon me. That you notice me. I am in need of the services of a mercenary. She pauses and examines you more carefully. If appearances are any indication, you would seem to be such an individual. What exactly is it that you want of me? She nods to you. The heart of the matter is that I am to be sold into slavery for a crime I did not commit. I am in need of a champion. Someone who will help me prove my innocence and free me from this fate. She pauses and looks at you expectantly. Tell me exactly what's going on. She thinks for a moment. This is long in the telling, Cutter. Please bear with me. Go on. She sighs as she begins her tale. My husband died recently and left me his business. I am not business oriented, so I decided to sell. Not long afterward, I was contacted by a lender saying a loan on the business had not been paid. She pauses to gather her thoughts. Go on. I examined all the documents my husband kept and found that there had indeed been a loan taken, but it had just recently been paid in full. I explained this to the lender, and a few days later he asked for a copy of the document. It was nowhere to be found. She looks concerned and pauses to think. Go on. Well, when I could not prove that the loan was paid, the lender took me before the court. My monies were taken and applied to the balance owed. Since it did not pay off the loan, I am to be sold on the block to try and recover the remaining amount due. She gives you a forlorn look. I don't understand. Why sell you into slavery? She shrugs. It serves many purposes. First, it keeps the prisons relatively clear of all but the vilest criminals. Second, the sale of the convicted is used to pay for any damages, costs, or fees involved in the case. Finally, the convicted still serves a sentence from which they are eventually released, supposedly, as better citizens. This is all fascinating, but I don't see how I can help you. I need someone to find the missing document, the one that proves the loan was paid. Or if you could purchase my contract, I could pay you back. She gives you a pleading look. I can't spend the next 5 years of my life in this ward, Cutter. It will kill me. Surely you've noticed the illness shared by all who live here. Yes, the yellow skin and coughing. She nods her head. Yes, Cutter, please. Can you find it in your heart to help me? She looks at you nervously. Please. What's in it for me if I help you? She stares at you blankly for some time and then a look of concern crosses her face. I have nothing to give you, Cutter. I have lost everything. She appears desperate now. Please don't leave me to this fate. I'll help you. I have some questions, though. She nods her head eagerly. Ask anything, Cutter. What's the lender's name? I know his name well, Cutter. After all I have been through, I will not likely forget it. Ah! She gets a faraway look and then shudders for a moment. Byron Pickett is his name. She pauses for a moment, and his associate may be someone named Lenny. Who is this Lenny? She thinks for a moment. There was a small, feral-looking man who came to court a few times. He would sit behind Pickett and whisper to him occasionally. She pauses and looks lost in thought. Go on. She frowns. I remember him because he always seemed to be uncomfortable in his clothes. He would pick at them as if they were new, as if he were not used to wearing them. She pauses again. On one such occasion, Pickett told him to sit still and stop fidgeting. He called him Lenny. Where can I find Lenny? She thinks for a moment and then shrugs. I am not sure, actually. My husband told me that some ruffians can be found southeast of the market, near the siege tower, I believe. Where can I find Byron? She thinks for a moment. I think he can be found in or around the open-air market. Forgive me, but I am not certain. I have some more questions. Who do I talk to about your contract? That would be... Darren the auctioneer. He's usually over there on the block. She points to the front of the platform. More questions? Could you have misplaced the loan document? She shakes her head. No, Cutter, I am a very meticulous person. I kept the document in a lockbox in my husband's study. It never left that room. Well, clearly it did. Because it went walkabouts. Do you think the loan document could have been stolen? She shrugs. I don't know. Why would anyone steal that yet leave other valuables be? Makes little sense to me. Well, maybe the lender stole the document so that you'd pay for the loan twice. She looks at you in shock. That is a horrible thought. She hesitates and then begins to tap her chin with her finger as she thinks, but also a most ingenious one, Cutter. This Byron Pickett does strike me as a knight of the post. A what? She gives you a quizzical look. A thief or a cheat, Cutter. Such are called knights of the post, or of the cross trade. Okay, that's a bit of a weird thing. Knights are, like, usually good things, not thieves. She nods her head eagerly. Ask anything, Cutter. Have you explained any of this to these courts you spoke of? She nods her head. Oh yes, Cutter, I explained my situation to many. You are the first to be willing to help me. She smiles warmly at you. I must be going. Farewell. Byron. What a dickbag. Oh dear.
Come on, we got a special on slaves.
Right, so Byron's... Where the hell is he, actually? I don't know. Oh yeah, I do. He's here. Round this area. So it was Byron and Lenny. It might be better to speak with Lenny. You see a well-dressed middle-aged man. He seems to be scanning the crowd with a practiced eye. He notices you approach and gives you a quick once-over. Greetings. He smiles at you and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I am Byron Pickett, moneylender. May I help you? Moneylender. He nods again. Yes, I cater to the needs of merchants. Want to start a business? Keep one afloat that's down on its luck. Or perhaps expand a business. In either case, you come to me for the funds. He looks you up and down. I doubt that you are a merchant, sir, so what can I do for you? I'm a merchant. He smiles and looks away for a moment. A merchant of death, maybe, but not the kind I do business with. He frowns. If you insist on monopolizing my time, please come to the point of the visit. Can you tell me about your business? He frowns and shakes his head. No, I see no reason to. He looks you up and down. You are obviously not someone I conduct business with. I think you should leave. He looks away. I have some questions. What is this place? Oh, he sighs. Very well, make it quick. What is this place? If you mean the ward in general, it's called the lower ward. If you mean this particular locale, it's the open-air market. My god, my throat is starting to get a bit roughed up. Tell me about the open-air market. He gestures at the building behind him. An excellent market that caters to just about every need. He pauses to think for a moment before continuing. Nothing exotic is available. These sorts cannot afford such items, but a good market nonetheless. Right, so I want to talk to you about Trist. Ah, Trist. He frowns and looks away. After a moment he looks at you and raises his eyebrows. What about her? I'm trying to find a missing document for her. He sighs and shakes his head. There is no missing document. That was a ruse instigated by Trist to cast doubt on her debt. This matter has been thoroughly investigated by the Mercy Killers, and they found no evidence of any such document. The Mercy Killers? Yes, a faction of fanatics dedicated to uncovering the truth in criminal cases and handing out justice. They are often used as investigators by the courts of Sigil. They are quite thorough, and they found nothing. He glares at you. They could have missed something. That is a possibility, but not very likely. You obviously are not familiar with the Mercy Killers or their methods for you to make such a statement. If they could not find the document, then it does not exist. He looks at you angrily. Someone could have stolen the document and then destroyed it. That way the loan would be paid twice. I mean, we're kind of like pointing this out, because it's fairly obvious. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah. Right. Okay, so someone could have stolen the document and then destroyed it. The loan would be paid twice. Oh, there we go. 1,000. For a moment he looks as if he is about to be furious with you, and then a gloating smile crosses his face. What a terrible thought. Pity there is no proof of any such activity. He continues to smile at you. Aha! So we've basically uncovered the proof. Seemingly, yeah. Right. Wait, I have some other questions. Yes. I've had enough of you to last a lifetime. Now pike it, sod. He turns away. I have some questions. Oh man. Oh shoot. Just do this. I might have to redo a bunch. He might have auto-saved though. Lower ward. Oh, I quick save before I spoke to him. Okay, cool. See? I'm very on the ball when it comes to the things. When it comes to quick saving, God, I've got an itchy head. Ugh. Right, greetings you dickbag. I'm a merchant. Tell me about your business. I have some questions. What is this place? Tell me about the open it. Whoops, I pressed 2 twice. I've got more questions. What is this place? Tell me about the lower ward. He looks bored. It is the home of the common people. He gestures around him. Look about you and you will see all that there is to see. Nothing of interest here. Or nothing of interest. Then why are you here? He smiles. The one thing these mindless sods are good for is spending their money. It gives them the feeling that they are actually accomplishing something with their otherwise meaningless lives. He pauses and looks about with disdain. Go on. He shrugs. Where there is money, you will also find merchants and thieves. I help provide the merchants needed to relieve them. He gestures about of their hard-earned coins. He smiles at you. You mentioned thieves. Who helps provide them? Not I. He gives you a calculating look and smiles. Why do you ask? Call it curiosity.
Updated my journal.
He laughs. Such curiosity can be dangerous. Even fatal if one isn't careful. He pauses to consider his next words as he examines you closely. You might want to talk to Lenny. He can usually be found south and east of the market. He pauses a moment. Tell him I sent you. Aha. So if I do that, now if I talk to him about Trist. Talk to you about Trist. Trying to find a missing document. The Mercy Killers. Could have missed something. Someone could have stolen the document and then destroyed it. That way the loan would be paid twice.
My journal.
There we go, I got as much as I can from him. Right. So, yes, a pity. So tell me, why have Trist sold into slavery? Couldn't she pay you your money in the form of a loan? Yes, she could. When I did make that offer to her, he looks at you sternly, however she turned me down, and I don't allow second chances. No one turns me down without suffering the consequences. No one. I have some other questions. No, I've had enough. Wait, so if I try and talk to him about Trist again, what happens? Ah, Trist. Oh, there we go. So it just repeats. Mercy killers, could have missed something. Someone could have stolen something. Well, if any proof does exist, I intend to find it.
Dated my journal.
Pardon me. He laughs at you. Well, good luck to you then. If the Mercy Killers couldn't help poor Trist, I don't think you have a chance in the 9 hells of doing so. Now pike it, sod. Jesus. Right, well now we can go and speak with Lenny. God, what a quest line we're on. Lenny! Wait a minute. Yeah, quick save, of course. You see a feral-looking young man in shoddy clothes. His eyes dart about as he scans his surroundings. He notices your approach and begins eyeing you warily. Greetings. So, he looks you up and down, then glances about, returning his attention to you. He gives you a wicked grin. You'd best have a good reason for disturbing Lenny, Burke. I have some questions. He laughs at you. I ain't no tout. I've got questions. If you've got questions, go find one. His smile broadens. You'd best push off before I have to bleed you. What if I told you Byron Pickett sent me? He stops smiling and examines you for a while. His eyes linger on you, or on your scars, and he swallows slightly. After a moment, a frown settles on his face and he appears to be nervous. Pickett sent you? Why? He said you could answer some questions. He frowns. What questions? You notice he looks rather tense. Aha, here we go. Right. I want to ask you about the papers you stole from Trist. He swallows hard. Here we go. So he swallows hard and stares at you. You notice his muscles tense, and it looks like he is ready to run. He puts one hand on his hip in a nonchalant manner, and you can tell he is wound tight as a spring. I don't know what you're talking about, Burke. You'd best be off. Smile wickedly. You know what I'm talking about, Lenny. Byron had you steal some papers from Trist. I'm here to collect them. He swallows hard and the corner of one eye starts to twitch. He glances at the scars that cover your body, then tries to meet your gaze. But cannot. Collect them. I destroyed the papers after I nicked them, just like Byron told me to. He finally meets your gaze. Really? Then why are you so nervous, Lenny? Let me guess, Byron thinks you destroyed the papers, but maybe you didn't. Maybe you kept them. A little blackmail material, perhaps? Here we go. He stares at you for just a moment, then suddenly turns to run. Grab him before he gets away. Ah, here we go. Just as he starts to run, you leap forward and grab him by the arm. He struggles for a moment, but cannot match your strength. Finally, he goes limp in your grasp. Alright, I didn't destroy them. I'll give them to you. Just let me go. You loosen your grip. Okay. Why did you keep them, Lenny? Blackmail, I assume? He snorts and gives you a defiant look. I kept them so I could turn stag on your boss Pickett and keep Trist off the block. He shakes his head. Blackmail my ass. By the way, why turn stag? Yeah, turn stag. He looks at you for a moment until he realizes you don't know what he means. It means I was going to turn him in, betray him to the harmonium. Why turn stag on him? He looks at you with some pride. I may be a thief, but I do have some standards. I won't kill some poor sod, and I won't do what Pickett did to Trist and her husband. He shakes his head and looks away. I told your boss that what he was doing was wrong, and he laughed at me. By the way, Pickett is not my boss. He stares at you in disbelief. You serious? I thought, but you said... He watches you closely for a moment and then laughs. You gave me the peel so I'd spill the chant on you. Or to you. He shakes his head and looks at you with respect. Good job, Cutter. Let's go get the papers, Lenny. He shakes his head sadly. We can't. They're in the warehouse, and they're not open for business right now. Rumour has it there's some sort of management change going on, but I don't know if that's true. In any case, I can't get the papers. He looks at you sheepishly. That's why I haven't helped Trist myself, Cutter. I can't get the sodding papers. I'll look into this and get the papers myself then. He smiles at you. Go to the warehouse and tell the clerk I'm here for a loan, and he'll give you Trist's papers. If you then tell him I gave Pickett the laugh, he'll give you a bonus. What bonus? He laughs. Evidence, Cutter. It'll pick it off the streets for a long time, if you give it to the right person. He thinks for a moment. If there's someone in the Harmonium you think you can trust, give it to them. Alright, farewell. Before I do, I'm interested in learning the thieving art. Can you teach me? You sure you want to give up your current profession and become a thief? Yeah. Show me what you know and I'll give you some pointers. He watches you carefully as you demonstrate what you know. At several points he stops you and shows you ways to improve your skills. Within a few hours time, you think you feel comfortable with your abilities as a thief. Thank you, Lenny. Lenny smiles at you and nods his head in thought. Yeah, Cutter, take these as well. A gift from Lenny to help you out in your new profession. I'm not going to be needing them anymore. He hands you a pair of punch daggers. Thank you, Lenny. Farewell. Hey! Oh, nice. Punch daggers of Zar Anun. Can she use these? Oh, she can. Oh, baby. Yeah, they're 2 to 8. That's 3 to 12. One hell of a difference. It's so weird that the damage numbers are so small. Yeah, it's like, not even really all that much of a difference. Back to Con.
What is your will?
Things I would know. Teach me. Wish to give it up and become a warrior. Thank you. Fighter. Whatever. God, I need so much fucking XP. Ugh, it's the worst. Trying to think where I need to go to the warehouse. Whew, not bad. Wait, is the warehouse around here? Coffin maker, upper ward, wrecked house, marketplace, pawn shop. Ooh, see child print shop, where? Aha! Warehouse. So basically the papers were to the right, no, to the left of Trist all along. Of course they were. Ah, standard. Oh my god. Dakon soon caught up, what the fuck? Jesus. I mean, look at him. He's at 83 health. He's overtaken Mort. Right, so I've got here. Actually, should I do this now or do the coffin maker first? Vault of the Ninth Lord. Connell, Lena. What's your name? Otis. Oh, I remember you. God, you were great in Dead Rising. It was Otis in Dead Rising, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. He was super fucking annoying because he wouldn't leave you alone. Frank, there's a psychopath nearby. Frank, you're running out of time. Frank. It didn't even... I don't think he spoke. It was just the walkie-talkie constantly went off. Alright, coffin maker time. Let's do this. I have been in here. Hold the phone. Before I do anything. I'm pretty sure I've already stolen from these people. I've actually been in this room. I've just not done anything. Yeah, like I never spoke to them or anything. So, right. So, here we are. We have Dimtree, and we have Hamris. So, Dimtree. You see a tall, slender man with a glassy-eyed expression. He seems engrossed in some tale that the shopkeeper is relating. Occasionally, he nods his head but makes no comments of his own. Greetings. The man turns slightly at your greeting, just enough to acknowledge your presence. You notice that he is a little pale of complexion and rather gaunt-looking. He is giving you a blank stare. The shopkeeper does not seem to notice any of this, and continues with his stream of useless prattle. Are you alright? The man continues to stare at you, and slowly nods. You wait for any further response, but he says nothing, only stares. You're about to turn away in frustration when you think you notice a strange musty odour about the man. Step closer and sniff. You lean in and sniff at the man, unsure what you'll find. As you do, a musty odour fills your senses, an odour you recognise from your time in the mortuary. It is the smell of dead flesh preserved by magic. You're a zombie, aren't you? The creature continues to stare at you blankly, slowly. As if with great effort, he begins to reply to you. Only your speak with dead power makes him understandable. Yes, I am Dimtree. Why are you here, Dimtree? Dimtree slowly glances at the shopkeeper and makes a feeble gesture towards him. Seeing this as a sign of interest, the shopkeeper redoubles his efforts in telling whatever tale he is relating to the poor creature. Dimtree looks at you again. Hamris, he talks. Hamris never stops. Wanders town, annoys Master, annoys everyone. Master create Dimtree. Tells Dimtree talk Hamris, now Hamris stay in shop. Master happy, town happy. Dimtree's sad. Is there anything I can do to help you, Dimtree? The creature pauses and resumes his slow speech with you. You can almost detect a pleading tone in his voice. Yes, find Master, Sebastian. Ask him release me, please. He turns his attention to Hamris momentarily. Please. Well, I'll do it. I mean, going to speak with Sebastian's not really a hardship. I just have to walk over this way. Walk this way! I think... Where was Simon? Simon? What am I on about? Sebastian. Right, if I can mute my mic, I'm gonna have a coughing fit, so be right back, if this works. God damn it. You kept popping up with that because it's... I don't know what that is. Alt and M. Okay. It's because of the M. It brings up the world map. I always forget that. Oh well. Right, so, I really want to kill the Black Abishai. Oh. Well, I really wanted to kill the Black Abishai, but it disappeared right in front of my eyes. Alright, Sebastian. Can you train me in the art, Sebastian? Are you sure you want to give up your current profession and take up the art as a mage? Sure. Not something I normally do. However, show me what you know and I'll give you some pointers. Thanks, Sebastian. Never mind, Sebastian. Oh. What? Have I missed something? Maybe. I'll have a look. Oh no, I'm just kind of like thinking I did miss something. Oops. And I don't want to miss out on anything. Right, I'll load the quick save. I know I quick saved. Yeah, in the coffin maker's shop. Oh, here we go. Greetings. I have some questions. Are you all... Oops. Greetings. I have some questions. I never actually did this. Turns his attention back to the shopkeeper and nods at some point being made. The nod seems to come too late in the conversation to you, but the shopkeeper is oblivious to this fact. Slowly, the man returns his attention to you, staring at you blankly. Are you alright? Step closer and sniff. You're a zombie, aren't you? Why are you here, Dimtree? Is there anything I can do to help you? Why don't I just put you out of your misery? Dimtree barely shakes his head at you. No, Master Revive. Must ask Master... Sebastian, please. I didn't actually continue this, did I? Sure, Dimtree. I'll see what I can do for you.
Updated my journal.
That's what I needed to do. You can almost sense a feeling of relief emanating from the zombie. Dimtree. Thank you. Ah, Dimtree, thank you, friend. Farewell, Dimtree. Right, now it'll actually work. It didn't work because I didn't actually take on the bloody quest. Hey, Jet. How's it going? Okay. Right, let's try this again. Sebastian! In an alternate reality, I spoke to you and you turned me into a mage, but then provided me with literally nothing of use, because I didn't actually take on a quest that I should have. I can kill the Black Abishai now, though. Yeah! Oh god, Anna's gonna be getting fucking banged. Oh no, Anna. Oh dear. Jesus Christ, she got messed up. Yeah, whatever. She's fine. I can probably rest somewhere. What? Hold on. What the hell are you? Why are you hostile? Of all things. Wait, why is he? Wait, why are all the lower dudes, like, pissed off? Oh wow. Kick your ass. Some coppers. I may have to reload. I mean, if I don't piss off the Harmonium people, then it don't really matter. But I'm confused. Why are there so many? Also, why are they just running away? Everybody in this game's a damn bitch. Right, kill this guy first. This one will not start running away. Oh! It's just a con. Oh my god. Did you not drop anything? Oh, I did. Claw Charm. Nice. So where'd the bitch go? I also don't know why the hell they all turned, like, hostile. Killing Black Abishais is usually like a pastime. You know, it's just something you can do for fun. Oh, there we go. Oh, you've screwed yourself now. Oh, you don't run into a dead end. Oh, you didn't. Well, don't you know a trick or two? Okay. Oh my god. Quit running, you bitch. I will use a spell. Don't make me. Oh, I will unleash Rain of Anger. Idiot ran into a dead end. Woo! Awesome. Right, now let's speak with Sebastian. It seems it didn't piss off the Harmonian or anything. There are more of them that are still hostile, though. Screw it. Yeah, literally, they're all turning hostile. Oof. Oh, I got a bronze ring. Nice. They don't seem to care. Huh. I'm gonna try this. Everybody else is like fucking having a party or something. So if I go back out, are they all gonna be angry again? Yeah, whatever.
I'm gone.
Leave them to it. I just wanted to kill a Black Abishai. But it's like, they're the only ones that are attacking me, so I don't really care. Ah, here we go. Sebastian smiles at you. Good day, Cutter. How may I help you? Actually, I want to talk to you about Dimtree. He stares at you for a moment and then sighs. What about Dimtree, Cutter? I just wanted to compliment you on a job well done. No, he wants to be released from his curse. He gives you a surprised look and waves you off. I find that hard to believe, Cutter. Dimtree doesn't have the mental power to desire anything. He frowns for a moment. Did that idiot Hamris put you up to this? Think about it, Sebastian. Hamris doesn't know Dimtree is a zombie, let alone who created him, right? He sighs and seems to be deep in thought. Yes, you're right, of course. Hamris could not have sent you. I guess poor Dimtree is more aware than I intended. A pox on me for my stupidity. So, will you release him? He looks at you for a moment, with conflicting emotions crossing his face. He sighs and throws his arms up in his exasperation. I cannot, sorry. He gives you a pleading look. I want to, mind you, but I cannot. I fulfilled a contract by creating Dimtree and I cannot break it, right or wrong. I am a man of my word. My reputation demands it. I understand your dilemma and agree with you. Could I release him instead? Don't give a rat's ass about contracts. Yeah, could I release him then? That would be difficult. He turns and begins to look through a nearby box. After a moment, he removes a book which he sets down in front of you. First, you'd have to have some magical aptitude. Second, you'd have to be able to properly speak the words you find on page 23 of this book. Go on. Last, you'd have to touch Dimtree just as you feel the power of the words culminate within you. He turns his back to you and rummages through another box. I couldn't allow you to read that book, however. It'd be tantamount to my breaking my word through the actions of another. He continues poking through the box, ignoring you. Read the book and leave.
Updated my journal.
I got the book. So I read the book. I need magical aptitude. Drakon, your expertise is needed. Turn me into a mage. Things I would wish to know. What? Did I click farewell?
What is your will?
Things I want to know. Teach me the art. Wait, am I a thief? Can you teach me anything on weapon craft? Craft of war, but I cannot advance their skill. But of will and knowing. Very well, if I ever need to resume the fighting profession, I'll ask you. Okay, never mind. You know, with all the training. Yeah, I want to be versed in the art. Thank you! I don't even know if I need to be versed in the art. Also, I gained 2 health, I think. Did I? No, maybe I just took damage when I was fighting some plebs. Either way, back to the coffin house. And I'll save again just in case I cock up. It's not like I need to read... Not read. It's not like I needed to mesmerize a spell. So I think we're alright. Quick save. Dimtree! Dimtree turns to face you slightly as you approach. You can feel a sense of expectation in the air about him. You find Master, Dimtree release? Yes, Dimtree, I know how to release you now. Dimtree turns to face you and gestures towards you. Please, friend, speak the words Sebastian taught you. You pause to gather your thoughts, and then carefully speak the words Sebastian taught you. You then reach out and touch Dimtree lightly on the forehead. Rest well, Dimtree. With a sigh, the zombie collapses at your feet. You think you hear a fleeting thank you, friend, as he falls to the ground. Ah, now that's just nice. Like that's actually like, you know, just quite a nice way to put him out of his misery. I mean, he was a corpse reanimated that did not want to be reanimated. Right, teach me, make me a thing. Thank you. Let's move on. I still need 100k. Ugh. So I've got 3 of those. Oh, I can re-equip my gauntlet of teeth. Now, honestly, now that the more I look at it, the more I'm like, it's not really that great a weapon anymore. Oh, there's another thing here. That I can't do anything with. Oh, yep. Right, so if I speak with Hamris, I'm wondering if that's actually going to be worthwhile. Or not. Oops. I mean, it probably is. But, you know. Okay. Hamris! Right, so you see a rugged-looking, square-jawed man. He turns to you with a wide smile. How are you, Cutter? Good day to you. Good day indeed. He squints at you for a second, then juts his hand out to shake yours. Oh, Christ. Do I want to speak with him? Do I really wanna? Sure, shake his hand. Hamris at your service, member of the Harmonium and the fashioner of fine coffins for the recently departed. I think I know you, do I not? Let me see if I can place it. He pauses to think a moment. Sharp with names I was in the Harmonium. Let me tell you, knew everyone on the entire ward. I have some questions. Can you tell me about the ward? Oh, jeez. Ah, Christ. Cisco? Eh? I'm not actually sure if I can read that. Something was better. Yeah, I can't quite make out what the first word is. So yes, the lower ward. He leans forward as if explaining something to a small child. You know, it's little known to most newcomers and even people in the ward. Most people think that this ward gets its name simply because it's not as prestigious as some other wards. Or some of the other wards.